Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me for this Pilates class using the foam roller. We'll get to that bit in a minute, but let's start off with some grounding breaths. So feet hip distance apart, lengthening through the spine. Deep inhale and exhale. Let's take 2 more breaths like that. Inhale and exhale. 1 more. And exhale. Let's tuck the chin towards the chest. And we're going to roll down. 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way, hanging heavy, body over legs. We're heavy through the head, heavy through the arms, lengthening through the spine. And let's just sway side to side, opening up through the back, stretching through those shoulders, lengthening through the spine. Coming back to the center, and then just a nice nod of the head to say yes, and shake to say no. Inhale through the nose, and exhale through the mouth. We're going to roll up, rebuild that spine, 1 vertebrae at a time, all the way up to standing, and let's have a bit of a shake. Alrighty, grabbing onto that foam roller, we're going to place that roller underneath our feet. So we've got a squat position. We've got our left foot's on the mat and our right foot's on the foam roller in line with our left foot. Any point the stability gets too tricky in this one, feel free to just step that right foot back straight onto the mat. Let's see how we go. So right ball of the foot onto the roller, but our hips are still square, feet are still underneath our hips. Relaxing through the shoulders, lengthening through the spine. Let's come into a squat. So bending down, bottom towards heels. Exhale, lengthening up for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2. Let's hold down on this last one and we're going to pulse up an inch and down an inch for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more. On our last one, let's hold down as deep as we can hold. From here, we're going to roll that foot forward and then bring it back underneath. So feel like you're going onto your heel and then onto the ball of your foot. 3. Keeping nice and low on that supporting side. 5, 6. On our last one, can we roll it out? Hold it here. See if you can go as deep as you can go and then come all the way off. Give those legs a shake. Let's set up for the other side. So roll is underneath the ball of our left foot, making sure it's nice and square so we don't roll about too much. Relaxing through the shoulders, lengthening through the spine. Let's squat for 8, 7. Exhale to lengthen. Feel that tension through the core. 6, 5, 4 more, 3. On our last one, let's hold down and we are pulsing for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more. Holding down here on this last one. Let's roll it forward, bring it back for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2. Last one, let's roll it out. Can we go as deep as we can go and come all the way up? I've lost my roller. Well done. Giving it a shake. A little bit of a stretch here. So we're going to bring our feet nice and wide. So think about hip distance apart and then another foot away again on either side. Holding onto that roller, we're going to fold forward and hang body heavy. Just putting our hands on top of that roller. And we're going to exhale, lengthen out nice and long. Rolling that roller as far away from you as you can. So tailbones pressing to the wall behind you. Lengthening through the spine. And we're rolling to lengthen for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2, last one, rolling it back underneath us, bending through the knees, coming up all the way to standing. Beautiful. Let's come down for some core work. So we're going to come onto our mat. Roller's going to come underneath our feet, and we're going to lie down onto the mat, relaxing through the shoulders, feet are hip distance apart, and we have that neutral spine position. There's that little gap between our lumbar spine and the mat. We're relaxing through our head and shoulders. To start off with here, we're just controlling that roll out of the roller and then bring it back underneath. So really being aware of that lower part of our core, controlling the extension and the bend. Couple more here. Let's bring those hands behind the head. Was closer to the wall than I thought. Couple more here. We're going to add a bit of an ab curl into this. So as we extend the legs out long, we're going to curl up chest towards thighs. Then we're going to bring those thighs back in as we relax that head back down. We're here for 8. See if we can coordinate the curl up as we extend the legs. 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2, last one, we're going to lengthen out long and we're pulsing here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3. Can we hold up on this last one as you bring those legs in and extend out for 8. Keep trying to curl up as high as you can with that chest. 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2, last one, bringing those feet in and releasing all the way down. Deep exhale here, catching our breath. Nice, moving into a bit of our glute work. So let's relax those arms down by our side. We've got our feet still on that roller, making sure the roller's really square so we're not going to be uneven on one side. Again, if this at any point feels too unstable, just step both feet back onto the mat. That is totally fine. We're going to come into a pelvic curl. Arms rest down by our side. We're nice and relaxed through the shoulders, through the neck. Exhale, tuck the pelvis under. We're lifting the hips, rolling up in between those shoulders. Inhale at the top and then exhale, we are melting down. One vertebrae at a time, all the way back to our neutral position. Let's go for 8. 7. You'll feel this be a little bit trickier than usual with our feet on the mat because you're going to have to use your hamstrings a little bit more to hold onto that stability. We have 4 more here for 4. Try to really feel that roll through the spine, and we're still thinking about that connection between the bottom of the rib and the top of the hip. 3 more. 2. Last one, we're going to roll up and hold here. From here, let's drop the hips halfway, lift them up for 8. 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2. We're going to hold up on this last one. You've got your palms there for a little bit of extra stability. Can we extend our right leg into tabletop, step it back, and then left. We are marching here. Let's go for 8, 7, 6. Here we're really focusing on using that intention through our waist and core to keep ourselves nice and steady. So try and reduce that wobble. We've got 1 more either side. Let's come back to the right side. We're going to hold here. From here, can we drop the hips halfway? Lift them up, squeezing into that left glute for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2. Last one, stepping it down. Let's bring that left leg into tabletop and we're pulsing here for 8, squeezing into that right glute. 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2. Last one, stepping it down. Let's take a deep inhale here and then exhale. We are rolling down 1 vertebrae at a time. Let's hug those knees into the chest and then just rock side to side. I've got 1 more little bit here, but I thought we might need to reset to make sure that our roller is still nice and square. Almost done with our pelvic curls. Alrighty, arms rest down by our side. Deep inhale through the nose. Exhale, we're tucking that pelvis under, lifting the hips up. From here, can we try and roll our feet away from us and then back underneath our knees? We're here for 8, 7, working through those hamstrings, keep those hips lifted. 5, 4 more, 3, hamstrings burning now. Last one, bringing them in. Let's take an inhale and then exhale, melting down. Well done. Alrighty, let's have those feet on the roller. Should we try one roller? So arms come over our head, deep inhale. As we exhale, we're rolling up to sitting, opening through the chest, flexing the feet, and we're reaching forward. Little pulses here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more. Last one, and release. Let's come all the way back down. Now we're going to step our feet onto the mat, lift our hips up, and bring that roller just underneath our lumbar spine. So it's sort of at that crease where your bottom meets your back, and you can arch that spine over the roller. Starting off with just a nice stretch, you can rest your hands on the side of the roller if yours is kind of long. You can rest them on the mat, whatever feels good for you. Just going to relax that tailbone over the roller and then tuck the pelvis, lifting up. So just feel that nice tilt over and tilt up, flexing through that lower part of the spine. One more, either way, and coming back to our neutral position. Alrighty, from here you can press your hands into the mat for a bit of extra stability, making sure that lumbar spine's really pressed into the roller so that pubic bone is a little bit lifted. We're going to lift our right leg into tabletop and then our left leg to join it. Working now through our core. Coming into some bicycles. Let's extend that right leg out long. As we circle that back in with a bend, we're going to circle that left leg out. So it's a big bicycle here. You can flex your feet if you like. So flex to circle and then point to bring them back in. If that's too much coordination, don't worry about it too much. It's an inhale for 2 cycles. Exhale for 2 cycles. A couple of things to think about here. Try to feel like there's an invisible hand pressing down on that core. So we're not doming that core up to hold onto our legs towards the ceiling. We're going to try and press it down and find strength through pressing it down. If that's getting a little bit too much for the core, point the toes up higher towards the ceiling. If you want a little bit more of a challenge, point them closer down towards the ground. We're here for 16, 15, 14, 13. Big circles. 11, 10, 9, 8. Keep that breath going. 4 more. Last one. Both legs lifting up towards the ceiling. And we're going to lower them down towards the ground. Find that challenge point and then lift them back up. We're here for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4 more, 3, 2, last one, and release. Let's just take a little stretch. So just drop that left foot down onto the mat for stability. Lengthen that right leg up. You can flex your foot if you want a bit more down the back of the leg. And then exhale, just stretching that leg a little bit closer in towards your chest. And let's swap to the other side. Extending that left leg up, flexing the foot if you like. Hugging that leg in towards the chest. We can go both legs together, so both legs up, flexing the feet. You can hug them a little bit closer in towards your chest. If you feel comfortable and have no tension through that neck, you can press your hands into the mat or onto the roller, lift those hips up, and then bring those toes over the head, coming into a bit of a candlestick stretch. And you can just rock forward and back from there. If that's too much, just stay with that lumbar spine on the roller. That is also totally fine. Couple of breaths here. Just watch where that roller is. It might have moved as you come back down onto it. Stepping those feet back onto the mat. lifting up through those hips and taking that roller out. We are all done with that roller today. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next video.